So today we're going to be talking about long division. In long division, we have two numbers. We have the divisor, which is over here on the left, and this divisor is what we're going to be using each time we do something here, each time we do something with this number over here on the right, which this number over here on the right is what we call the dividend. Okay, so basically this is the number that we're dividing by, and this is the number that we're breaking up. Okay, so basically, for this problem, we want to break up 5,691 in groups of 7. But that would be quite hard to do. It would take quite a lot of time if we did that, without a method. So that's why we have long division. So what we're going to do, this is how we start. We know that we're going to be dividing by the number 7. So we look over here at the dividend and we say, okay, can 7 go into 5? 7 can't go into 5. Not evenly. So then we look over here. Can 7 go into 56? 7 can go into 56. Okay, and you can even underline that if you want to kind of keep track of which numbers you're using at the time. I ask, how many times does 7 go into 56? It's okay if there's some left over. In this case, there aren't any left over. And it goes into 56 8 times. And sometimes I like to imagine that there's a little multiplication mark here. There's not. But I like to imagine that there is sometimes, because then I can say 7 times 8 is 56. And I actually have to write that 56 down. Because it's kind of strange maybe, but in long division we actually also do subtraction. So I'm going to say 56 minus 56 equals, and the answer is 0. Okay, and then what I do is I start pulling the numbers down one number at a time. And I bring a 9 down. And I say 7 goes into 9 how many times? Okay, so I'm looking from here to here. I say 7 goes into this number, which is 9, how many times? It goes in 1 time. So I write that right above here, right above the 9. And then I use my little multiplication mark. It's not really there, but like I said, I like to imagine it, and you can write it there if it helps you. 7 times 1 is 7. So in this case, I do have some left over. Okay, so this is where I have to do some subtraction. 9 minus 7 equals 2. And then I bring this 1 down. So you bring it down one number at a time. So I have 21 here. And then I say, okay, how many times does 7 go into 21? 7 goes into 21 3 times. 7 times 3 equals 21. 21 minus 21 is 0. There are no more numbers to bring down. This is how many is left over from that whole problem. There are 0 left over. So the answer is 813. And if you're working with remainders, you might write 813 R for remainder and 0. Usually you don't have to write R0, but if you want to know how the remainders work, then that's how. So just a quick review. You have your divisor, you have your dividend. Step 1, figure out which number you're going to work with first. 7 goes into 56 8 times. Okay, then you do the multiplication is next, and then 7 times 8 is 56. The subtraction is after that. Okay, get it? And then you bring the number down and you start the process all over again. So those are the steps for long division, and that's an example of a long division problem.